Hey everybody, this is Key, and I just wanted to do a little short video as a kind of a complement to a video that I had posted up the other day over at Sully Born Digital. If you guys didn't know already, I'm doing a series of weekly drawing hacks, or at least like how to get some nice quick shortcuts and tips to help you guys with your figure drawing. And the one that I posted last week was on how to construct the figure using the flour sack, or as I've coined it here in Japan as the rice bag. So to jump right into it, again, in terms of like having some sort of model to work with, uh, the rice bag or the flour sack is kind of like our stand-in for the human torso. Obviously, this would represent the upper part of the torso, which would be the rib cage, like this here, and then like the lower part here would represent like the hips. So this is the relationship between the rib cage and the hips. Okay. I don't know if I said it in the other video, but try to be careful not to flatten out your drawing. Make sure that one, you have this complement of rhythms in it, like that. Okay. And that helps give it more volume. It helps you to imply a sense of weight and gravity. Also, you don't want your drawings to be flat and two-dimensional. So you also want to give the sense that that this is receding into the distance, and this is coming out towards us, right? So sometimes actually what I do is I put a line here, or I put like a little notation here just to make sure that we have more of a sense of like three-dimensionality when we do this, right? Actually, I need to change that a little bit, but I think you guys get the idea in terms of like like you have like this third dimension here, that helps. Okay, so but of course you don't have to do that so literally. Okay, I'm just doing that for clarity. So again in terms of like how to get a figure out of this rig that we use on paper. The most important thing you want to do is make sure that you get the gesture down. And so regardless if you're using like the rice bag, or you're using a conventional model of like shapes like cylinders and circles and squares and things like that. You always still want to make sure that you start like with what is the gesture. Okay, don't fall into the trap of just like doing this line of action kind of thing and thinking like that's the gesture. You can get away with it, of course, particularly if you're doing stuff like in animation or like in comics, whatever, because this it's just a tool to lead the eye to go in a certain direction. Yes, and of course from that I can just like lay the anatomy on top of that. But the truth is, like this is not really the pose. Actually, I'll give you an example here. Okay, just some tune character or whatever. Okay, so going off like that. All right, and maybe hand going like so. And then head is here. No, I guess he's punching it. something or the other. So even though, you know, this can, I'm gonna change the pose a little bit. I'm gonna put this head here like that. It's kind of like something you might see like in Preston Blair's animation book, which I'm sure many of you guys have. Okay, I'll just make it some generic, you know, character. So even though, you know, we have this feeling of movement going like that, you know, that is not the gesture. That is not the gesture, because that just says nothing. This just basically just leads our eye from here to here, which is great. You know, that's fine. I mean, you know, that's, you know, we want to have this sense of movement, and that's a-okay. But, you know, but that's not really what the story is about. The story is about is like this guy, this tune that I did is basically he's or she is punching at something, right? And its weight is going down here, and it's thrusting itself out that way. That's the story. That's what the story is about. And so basically the story is the gesture, you know, if I haven't made it clear yet. Okay. Now, of course, you know, yes, we can use tools, you know, such as like the line of action, you know, to help lead our eye from A to B over here, because we know it's going like that, you know, starting over here, it's doing something, and, you know, and it's going somewhere. That's all well and good, right? But that's not really the story. The story is, you know, it's just the intent in this punch, the you know, the pressing down of this foot here, this hand back here, the head leaning into it like that, and then that's what the gesture is. Okay, so a couple other things. I want to keep going, and I'm going to stick with this little tune for right now. I'm gonna just bat off just some drawings here again, just to show you like how you can make some character poses. Of course, you know, these things are going to be very, you know, American, almost like, you know, run of the mill, you know, Disney cartoon-ish kind of characters, but you know, you can apply this to any character you want. It doesn't have to be Disney, or whatever. You can apply it to your own characters, you know. So again, the most important thing again is the gesture. So if I start off like this, let's say this is our rice bag here, okay? So rhythm here, okay? So obviously I think we can see, I'm doing this kind of light, you know. It's another thing, you know, don't make the mistake, you know, of like trying to like make your lines too heavy when you start off. You know, I mean, I know it's kind of you know, important, like to draw with intent, you know, but also, you know, you don't want to overly commit, you know, because, you know, you want to have the freedom to change, you know. So anyway, as you can see, like this is thrusting out and this is like receding back, a little bit similar to this one here, but again, a lot of the power is up here in the chest, right? So if I apply that same pose, okay, I'm doing the exact same thing I did over here, but this time I'm gonna turn it into a character. Okay, so if you can imagine, maybe there's some character here who's maybe feeling kind of strong, and maybe strong and kind of proud about something, or all right. But he's like thrusting his head forward. I'm sorry, thrusting his chest forward, and putting this back. Now what I'm gonna do is actually, now, you know, the rice bag has like, you know, basically he has like these itty bitty little legs. So I'm gonna pull this out just a little bit more, just so that, you know, we have a sense of a little bit more anatomy here. Okay. It's actually it's quite similar to what I did up here, all except again the power. Um, the power is up here in his chest, you know, as opposed to, you know, in the punch, right? Okay, whatever. It's, you know, some mouse or whatever. Okay, and I'll put some eyes here, just so you guys have something to focus on, basically. Okay, and whatever. Okay, so I think you guys you can catch that. And again, you know, this can be any character you want. You can apply this to any character you want. You know, it can be, you know, it can be Tom and Jerry. It can be, you know, Sento Chihiro, or whatever. You know, basically the one thing they all have in common is that that they all have torsos, right? And they all have they all have a sense of balance and weight. Okay, so that's one example. Okay, I'll go to another page here, and I'll put it over here. Okay, so another one is like well, let's say like, well, you know, pretty much, you know, I've been having this character kind of like going in space pretty much from like left to right, right? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to have him like come out a little bit more in space, maybe like coming out towards us, right? Again, the same thing, you know, get the gesture down first, right? So at least this is how I recommend starting out. I have a friend. I think he's a friend. Um, his name is Ron Husband. I invited him a few years ago to do a seminar on quick sketching, and it was awesome. It was one of the best experiences I've ever had. And of course, I asked him to take a look at my sketchbook and my drawings. And the first thing that he said was, well, you might want to think about not, just drawing some outline. You want to draw from the inside out. Kind of paraphrasing, but that was the general sense of what he was talking about. And I didn't really know I couldn't catch it at first, because I think what I was doing, and sometimes I still do it, and it's not a crime, I think. When you draw the rice bag, there is a tendency just to kind of like just draw this outline shape, this outline bean shape, like that, you know. You're just drawing like the outside contour of it, and then you start like rocking and rolling off of that. And while like that's fine, like that can work. Sometimes you might shortchange yourself in terms of like not thinking about like what's really happening on the inside, because like what's happening on the inside is reflected on the outside. So it's very, very subtle, but people do pick it up. Okay, so okay, so here's the rice bag, but this time I'm having him kind of like walk, walk towards us. All right, so again, I'm gonna do this the same thing here. Get the gesture. Okay, get the gesture first. And that's one of the things I also learned from another friend. I really would like to think he's a friend, which is Glenn Villepoux, who I consider to be my drawing sensei, or sifu. I think I've learned the most in terms of drawing from him. Not cartooning or design, but just but how to draw. He's one of the greatest draftsmen and teachers that I've ever had the pleasure that they keep company with. Okay, so anyway, so you see, it's the same relationship, isn't it? Right? You know, this is coming out. So, all right. If just coming here like that. Okay, I think I might drop this down a little bit more, just to make sure you have some more depth. This hand is going back. Okay, this one is coming forward. Okay, and then boom, boom. I break it up like that, you know, for balance. Okay. You know, and slap a head on here. Okay. Okay, and again, just put some eyes here, just to ground it. I don't know why I picked the mouse. A mouse, not the mouse. I don't want any trouble. I don't want any trouble with any Disney folk. Yeah. All right. So, but I think you can see how this works, right? All right, I gotta be careful because it is starting like to look like somebody else. Just get some hair here or something like that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So then you see how he's walking. But you know what? Yeah, let me do it this way. I'm sorry. Let me do it that way. Actually, that works better. Sorry. To be honest about it. So, but this is coming out in space, obviously, right? Okay. Okay. So we have that one. All right. Another one. I don't know. Let's say he's taking a bow or something like that. I hope this can read. Let me if I can do that. Oh, okay, good. All right, good. All right. So again, get the gesture. Get the gesture. That's the most important thing. Just get the gesture. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Pachum and pachum. So our rice bag knows that I'm gonna be closing this video soon because it's going into almost 20 minutes. Maybe I'll edit it. I'll have to edit it a little bit, but this is gonna be the last one. And yeah, so he's gonna take a bow because I'm gonna wrap this up. So here, so you can see again the weight is down here, okay. Right. Also, some things you want to use, when you're doing this, is to make sure like you have some overlap. That always helps. Give a sense of perspective and also three-dimensionality as well. Okay, and again, same thing. Get the gesture. Okay. Sure. Overlap. Okay. Give him some more longer legs. At least stretch them out so there's something that looks like legs. Okay. And then these little nubs I have here, I'm just going to stretch those out and give him some arms. Okay. And fingers as well. All right. Of course. Oh, it's another thing you might want to keep in mind. Try to avoid like doing having two limbs like doing like the same action. Um, you know, it can be like, I mean, sometimes it works, but it can be a kiss of death sometimes when you have like way too much symmetry in your drawings. Then it starts to look kind of boring, you know, because your eyes are not they're just falling on the same information. So it's like it's not interesting anymore. Okay, all right. Again, these are just quick doodles, of course. I'm not trying to do any finished drawings. And you know, and of course, you know, you should guys get comfortable just doing quick drawings like this, and not sweating so much about, you know, having a um, having a clean finished picture, you know, because if I may say so myself, you know, there's a fair amount of information in here, and you know, we can clean this up. You know, we can clean this up later. You know. Okay. All right. So there you go. All right. So that's you know, that's how you can draw some quick tunes, some tune characters using the rice bag. In the future, I'll do this again, but I'll do it next time with using the human figure. All right. So you know, I mean, this is all well and good for tunes, but maybe some of you are wondering, like, well, how can you apply this, you know, to a human figure, for example, like something like that. And trust me, it's not that difficult at all. The relationships are basically the same. If you can see, like, this guy who's like falling back, you know, like here's, you know, of course that's, you know, the mass of his back, and of course, like, this is his pelvis here, but it's the same relationship. If you can see it, you know, there's a rice bag in here, right? You know, or a flour sack. That same relationship, that, you know, that bean relationship between like the rib cage and the hips, it's in there. But I'll save that for next week. Okay. All right. Hope that was helpful. And yes, please go to Sully at Born Digital and check out my drawing hacks over that site. And over here, please subscribe and give me a like, because I like to have a reason to do more of these videos, because I like drawing, and I would like to share, you know, what little tips and tricks and hacks I can share with you guys. Okay, all right. I'll talk to you, and leave me a comment too if you have any requests or anything you wanna share with me. Okay, all right. Bye bye.